You know what I love about people? Ha! The way they show you exactly who they are without even knowing it. It's like watching a fire burn down a house. Slow, inevitable, and so very honest. You don't need to push them, expose them, or scream their crimes from rooftops. No, no, no. Their true colors, they do that for you. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Let me ask you something. Do you ever wonder why it hurts so much when people stab you in the back? It's not the blade. No. The pain comes from the trust you gave them. Your trust. The trust they didn't earn, but you handed over like a fool. They didn't just betray you. They betrayed the part of you that believed in them. And that is where they win, isn't it? Because now you're questioning yourself. You're thinking, was I too blind? Too soft? Too weak? Enough to philosophy. Lester ask connection on the train. I know I can try to pretend forever. The truth? It's like gravity. It always finds a way to pull you down. Don't you dare think you owe them anything. You don't owe them a fight. You don't owe them proof. Hell, you don't even owe them anger. Why? Because their collapse, it's already in motion. You can't build a kingdom on lies. It might look shiny, strong, but underneath, it's nothing but sand. And when the tide comes, their little empire, poof, gone. You know, I used to think the world was black and white. Good people, bad people, heroes, villains. But life isn't a comic book, kid. The real world, it's just shades of gray. And some of those grays, oh, they're darker than midnight. The ones who hurt you, the ones who lie, cheat, manipulate, they're not evil geniuses. They're not masterminds. They're cowards, plain and simple. They're too scared to face their own shadows, so they hide behind yours. But here's the twist. You're stronger than they'll ever be. You have something they don't. You have scars. Real ones. Not the fake kind they paint on to get sympathy or control. Your scars, they tell a story. They say, I've been through hell, and I'm still standing. While they're just playing a game, waiting for someone to call their bluff. And believe me, their time is coming. You see, the thing about masks is they don't just hide your face, they suffocate you. They choke out who you really are. And eventually, the mask slips. The lies fall apart. And what's left? A broken, empty shell of a person. That's their fate, kid, not yours. Revenge, exposure, waste of time. You don't need to dirty your hands. The universe, karma, fate, whatever you want to call it, They've got a funny way of balancing the scales. Let them dig their graves. Let them choke on their own venom. You rise above it. Because the best revenge, the only revenge, is watching them destroy themselves while you build something they can never touch. You want to know what hurts them the most? Silence, indifference. While they're screaming for attention, trying to drag you down, you just walk away. Let them rot in the mess they made. That's how you win. Not by fighting them, not by exposing them, but by showing them they don't matter. They'll come for you, try to pull you back, reel you into their chaos, but don't bite, kid. Don't give them the satisfaction. Instead, let your success, your strength, your peace scream louder than their lies ever could, because in the end, the truth always wins, and their true colors, oh, they'll shine bright, like a neon sign that reads, "I'm the villain in my own story." So stop wasting your energy trying to expose them. Stop drowning in the whys and the hows. You don't need closure. You don't need an apology. And you sure as hell don't need to stoop to their level. What you need is to focus on you, on what you're building, what you're becoming. Let them fade into the background, a distant memory, while you light up the whole damn stage. Remember this, the strongest people aren't the ones who fight the loudest. They're the ones who walk away, who let their actions, their growth, their resilience speak for itself. So let them talk, let them scheme, let them lie. Their true colors, they'll do all the work for you. All you have to do is keep going. Because in the end, kid, there'll be nothing but a bad memory. And you'll be unstoppable. Why so serious? Because life is too short for their games. Now go and show them what real strength looks like. Did you think I was done? No. See, there's so much more to say about people like them. People who wear those fake smiles, who shake your hand while they're sharpening the knife behind their back. They think they're clever, don't they? Always a step ahead, always in control. But let me tell you something about control. It's a fragile thing, like glass. One crack, one little tap in the wrong place, and the whole thing shatters. They live their lives on borrowed time, kid. Borrowed confidence, borrowed charm, borrowed lies. They're not real. They're shadows pretending to be light. And shadows, they don't last. The sun always rises. You want to know what's funny? People like that, they're terrified of you. Yeah, you. They'd never admit it, but deep down, you're everything they're not. You're raw. You're real. You've been broken, shattered, and somehow you're still standing. They don't understand that kind of strength. It scares them. So what do? They try to tear you down, make you doubt yourself, drag you into their misery. Because if you're doubting yourself, you're not noticing county work. You're not seeing their cracks. cracks. And oh, they've got plenty of cracks. But here's the kicker. They're not just scared of you. They're scared of themselves. Scared that one day the mask won't fit anymore. Scared that someone, you, will see them for what they really are. Pathetic, weak, desperate. And the best part? You don't even have to do anything to make that happen. Just live your life. Just keep going. Every step forward you take, every moment you refuse to fall into their trap, it's like holding up a mirror to their face. And trust me, they don't like what they see. They want you to believe that you're the problem, that it's your fault they're the way they are. But here's the truth. You didn't break them. They were already broken. You didn't make them lie, or cheat, or hurt. That's who they are. That's who they've always been. And you're just the excuse they use to avoid looking in the mirror. Don't give them that power. Don't let them turn their chaos into your guilt. You know, they think they're so smart, so untouchable. But the irony, their biggest enemy isn't you. It's themselves. Their lies, they're like chains, wrapping tighter and tighter around them with every word they say. Their schemes, they're ticking time bombs, just waiting to blow up in their faces. And when it all falls apart, and it will fall apart, they'll have no one to blame but themselves. You see, the thing about truth is it's relentless. It doesn't need a stage. It doesn't need an audience. It just is. And no matter how hard they try to bury it, it always finds a way to the surface, like a weed pushing through concrete, like a scream breaking through the silence. And when the truth comes out, when their carefully crafted little world comes crashing down, all those people they fooled, they won't be looking at you. They'll be looking at them. And, oh, the show that'll be. Do you know why I'm telling you this? It's not just because I like the sound of my own voice, though I do enjoy that, don't get me wrong. No, it's because I've been there. Oh, I've been there. I've trusted people who didn't deserve it. I've handed over my heart, my loyalty, only to have it thrown back in my face. And for a long time, I let it eat away at me. I let it make me angry, bitter. I wanted revenge. I wanted them to pay. But you know what I learned? Revenge doesn't heal you. It doesn't fix what they broke. All it does is keep you tied to them, chained to their mess, their poison. And you deserve better than that. You deserve to be free. Free of their lies, their games, their shadows. And the only way to be free is to let go. Not for them, not to forgive them, but for you. So you can move forward without carrying their weight on your shoulders. Life's too short to waste on people like that. Let them live in their web of lies. Let them drown in their own darkness. You've got better things to do. You've got a life to live, a world to conquer. And one day, when you're standing on top, looking back at all the battles you fought and won, you'll realize they were never worth it. Not your time, not your energy, not your pain. They were just a lesson, a painful, brutal, necessary lesson. But now you're stronger. Now you're smarter. Now you're free. So go on, kid. Walk away. Let their true colors do the talking. And you just keep shining. Here's the thing about people like them. They're not just liars. Oh no, that would be too simple. They're thieves. They steal your time, your energy, your peace. Every word they say, every fake smile, every crocodile tear, it's all designed to take something from you. But the cruelest thing they steal, your identity. They make you question who you are, what you stand for. They make you doubt your own worth, twist your reality until you're staring in the mirror, wondering if you're the problem. And that's their masterpiece, isn't it? Not just breaking you, but making you break yourself. But here's the punchline, kid. What they don't realize, what they're too blind to see, is that every piece they take from you, it's like a seed. They think they're destroying you, but really, they're planting something stronger, something unbreakable. And when you rise, because you will rise, you're going to be something they can't even comprehend. You're going to be fire, and them, just ash. You know what the funniest part is? People like that, they don't even like themselves. They're too busy pretending, performing, hiding. It's exhausting, isn't it? Living a lie. And that's why they hate you. Because even in your pain, even in your darkest moments, you're real. You're authentic. You faced the fire, walked through hell, and come out the other side. Sure, you've got scars, but those scars, they're badges of honor. Proof that you've survived. Proof that you've lived. And them, they're just empty. They might look happy, successful, confident, but it's all a mask. Beneath it, there's nothing. Just a hollow shell, filled with fear and insecurity. They need you to validate them, to feed their ego, to make them feel whole. And when you stop playing their game, when you take back your power, they crumble. They fade into the background, forgotten. And you become unstoppable. Here's what you need to do. Stop chasing explanations. Stop looking for closure. Stop waiting for them to admit what they did or apologize. They won't. And even if they did, it wouldn't matter. Words are cheap, kid. Actions are where the truth lives. And their actions, they've already told you everything you need to know. So stop wasting your time trying to make sense of nonsense. Let it go. Let them go. You want to know the secret to freedom? It's not revenge. It's not justice. It's not even forgiveness. It's indifference. When you can look at them and feel nothing. No anger, no sadness, no need to prove anything. That's when you've won. Because they don't deserve a single second more of your life. They don't deserve your thoughts, your energy, your pain. They deserve nothing. But oh, they'll come back. Oh yes, they will. People like that always do. They'll crawl back into your life with their fake apologies, their empty promises, their sweet little lies. And you're going to smile, and you're going to say, no thanks, because you've learned, you've grown, you've built something they can't touch. And their words, their games, they mean nothing to you now. Remember this, you don't owe anyone an explanation for your growth. You don't owe them access to your life just because they regret losing you. And you sure as hell don't owe them forgiveness. Forgiveness is for you, not them. It's your way of saying, I'm done carrying your baggage. It's not a free pass for them to come back in and wreak havoc all over again. So forgive them if you must, but don't ever forget what they showed you. Don't ever forget who they are. And who are you? You're someone who's been through the fire and come out stronger. You're someone who's faced the worst and refused to let it define you. You're someone who's learned, grown, and risen above. You're not their victim. You're not their pawn. You're a survivor, a warrior. And you don't need to expose them. Their true colors will do it for you. Let them go, let them fall. And you rise higher than they ever thought possible. Because in the end, kid, you don't need them. And they'll never be able to handle the truth they tried so hard to hide. You know, the hardest thing about walking away isn't the goodbye. Oh no, it's the silence that follows. The way your mind tries to fill the void with questions. Did I do enough? Could I have changed them? Should I have stayed? It's funny, really. People don't realize that silence isn't empty. It's loud, deafening even. And if you're not careful, it'll drown you. But here's the thing, kid. That silence, it's not your enemy. It's your teacher. It's the space where you rebuild, where you find yourself again. And you will find yourself, not the person they tried to turn you into, not the version of you that bent over backward trying to please them, but the real you, the you that doesn't need validation, the you that doesn't need anyone's permission to exist. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a clown. Ha! Bet you didn't see that coming. This clown? Oh, he loved people, trusted them, believed in them. And every time, without fail, they let him down, lied to him, used him, took his kindness and turned it into a weapon. And you know what he did? He laughed. Not because it was funny. No, because laughing was all he had left. It was either laugh or let them win. And do you know what the clown learned from all of it? That the people who hurt you the most are the ones who are hurting themselves. They project their misery, their insecurities, their failures onto you because it's easier than facing the mirror. But their pain, it's not your responsibility. Their lies, not your burden. Their chaos, not your circus. You see, the world is full of people like them. People who wear masks, who hide behind smiles, who think they can control you with guilt, with manipulation, with their pity parties. But you're different. You don't need a mask. You don't need their approval. You've got something they'll never have. The courage to face yourself. To look at your scars, your mistakes, your pain, and say, yeah, that's me, and I'm still here. That kind of strength? Oh, it terrifies them. They want you to believe that walking away is weakness, that letting go means you're giving up, but it's the opposite. Walking away takes strength. Letting go takes power. It means you're choosing yourself for once. And that's something they'll never understand. Because they're too busy clinging to their lies, their masks, their pathetic little games. Do you want to know what really gets under their skin? It's not your anger, it's not your tears, it's your indifference. The moment you stop caring, stop reacting, stop giving them a piece of yourself. That's the moment they lose. Because without you, without your attention, your energy, your life, they're nothing. Just empty shells, screaming into the void, hoping someone, anyone, will listen. I know it's hard. Trust me, I know. Letting go feels like losing a part of yourself. But what you're losing isn't real. It's the illusion they created, the lies they fed you, the version of them you wanted to believe in. And once that's gone, you'll see the truth, that they were never worth it. Not your time, not your energy, not your pain. So stop waiting for closure. Stop waiting for apologies. Stop waiting for them to change, because they won't. And even if they did, it wouldn't matter. You don't need them. You never did. What you need is you. To pick up the pieces, to rebuild, to rise higher than they ever thought possible. Because here's the grand finale, kid. Their true colors, they've already shown them. And you're the one who gets to decide what happens next. You can stay in the shadows, let their lies define you, or you can step into the light, show the world who you really are, and leave them in the dust. The choice is yours. I can see it in your eyes. You're still holding on to something, aren't you? That tiny spark of doubt, that little voice whispering, maybe I could have done more. Maybe they're not as bad as they seem. Let me stop you right there, kid. That's the poison talking, the lie they planted in your head. You didn't fail them. They failed you, and they always were going to. You know why? Because people like that, manipulators, liars, users, they don't know how to be anything else. They don't change. They just change their targets. They'll tell you they didn't mean to hurt you, that they're sorry, that they'll do better. And maybe for a second, you'll believe them. You'll think, maybe this time will be different. But it won't. Oh no, it won't. Because people like that, they don't apologize to make things right. They apologize to keep you around, to keep their claws in you. It's not remorse, it's manipulation. Let me tell you something about apologies. Real apologies come with change. Real apologies don't need to be begged for or pried out. And most importantly, real apologies aren't repeated. If someone's really sorry, you won't have to wonder, you won't have to question. But these people, the ones who hurt you, they'll say sorry today, and tomorrow they'll do the same damn thing. Because they're not sorry for what they did. They're sorry they got caught. Sorry you're not playing along anymore. And you want to know the worst part? They don't even see you as a person. To them, you're a mirror, a tool, something to reflect back what they want to see. And the second you stop doing that, the second you stop feeding their ego, they'll turn on you. Oh, they'll call you selfish, ungrateful, maybe even cruel. But that's just their mask slipping. That's them showing you who they really are. And believe me, when someone shows you their true colors, don't try to repaint them. Why do we do that, huh? Why do we keep trying to fix people who don't want to be fixed? Why do we keep pouring ourselves into black holes hoping we'll fill them up? I'll tell you why. Because we're scared. Scared of being alone. Scared of being wrong. Scared of looking in the mirror and seeing someone who's been hurt, used, broken. But here's the truth, kid. Being alone is better than being someone's puppet. Being wrong is better than living a lie. And being broken, that just means you've lived. It means you've survived. Scars aren't weaknesses, they're armor. They're proof that you can take the worst life throws at you and keep going. And the people who try to use those scars against you, they're just scared of their own. They see your strength, and it reminds them of everything they're not. So they try to tear you down, make you doubt yourself, make you think you're as small and insignificant as they feel. But here's the thing, kid. You're not small, you're not weak, and you're not insignificant. You're a storm, a force of nature. And storms don't apologize for existing. They don't wait for permission to tear down what's rotten and make way for something new. They just are. And that's what you need to be. Not the person who explains or justifies or begs for understanding. Be the storm. Be the fire. Be the thing they can't control. They'll try to pull you back, they always do. They'll say the right words, make the right promises, flash those fake smiles. But you're smarter than that now. You've seen the truth. You've felt the knife in your back. And once you've seen someone for who they really are, there's no unseeing it. So don't let them fool you again. Don't let them drag you back into their chaos. Walking away isn't giving up. It's choosing yourself. It's saying, I deserve better than this. And you do. You deserve better than lies and manipulation and pain. You deserve peace. You deserve freedom. And the only way to get that is to let go. Let go of the anger, the guilt, the need for closure. Let go of them. They're not your responsibility. They never were. You don't need to expose them. Their true colors will do it for you. And when they do, oh, it'll be glorious. But you won't be there to see it because you'll be too busy living your life, too busy being the storm, too busy building something they could never touch.